Actually, student college में जाते हैं सुखी कमालाई फुंजा लगा के अकेली या है अगवानी अमूमी ज़ोन को असलन के जिसुजो तकरीबन फुंजा भी जा है important अकेली स्कूल
I feel nervous now that I have this. They're going to record. I'm going to have to pay attention to what I say. I don't say any bad things. I think it would be important for the young people in your church, maybe to interact a little bit with young people from other churches to understand that faith is not always a Canadian value, but there are faithful people of God in many different cultures. And for them to understand that coming to church or choosing to be a follower of Jesus is not a chin value, but it is a separate calling for their life that can be a part of their Canadian life or wherever they live around the world.
Jesus calling is sorry, I missed that.
They're being a faithful follower of Jesus is separate from your culture. Yeah. And it's a value that is a part of their life no matter what culture they're a part of. Just before we break for lunch, we're going to talk a little bit about how you can help your youth grow in their faith development. So there's some things. Inside Canada, right now they say that the teenagers are the least church generation. When my mom is 77, when she was growing up, most people went to church. And it turns out that your young people maybe need to be missionaries inside of Canada to invite people to know more about Jesus. That many of their Canadian friends may have never been to church or know anything about God, or holidays we celebrate like Christmas or Easter. They might not know anything about those. So to help your teenagers and your young adults grow in their faith, you need to know some things about this generation. They're very curious about the Bible, and we want to help them grow and understand in the scriptures. And so for them to have a strong Sunday school program and a strong youth program, a strong young adults program where they can come and study the Bible together is really important. And your church is doing a wonderful job of making those things available to them. So you need to keep doing that. they're also very curious about other faiths. They want to know maybe what their Sikh friends believe, what their Muslim friends believe, what their Buddhist friends believe. And as parents, that can make us really nervous. Being curious does not mean they want to follow that faith. They just want to understand why their faith in Jesus is not more important, but why Jesus is the true faith. And because they have access to the internet and they can search many things, I think it's safer if, as a church, you educate them about, in little ways, about other faiths and help them understand why Jesus is the true way, as opposed to letting them search it on their own. Maybe you do a little bit of teaching with them to say, Sikhs believe this, but they don't know about Jesus. Research tells us that young people share that they feel more calm inside when they talk about their faith, that they know that Jesus has an impact on their hearts, that it calms their emotions. Many young people, about half of kids who go to church or don't go to church, have questions about their faith that they want answered. And so it's important for us to make space to answer their questions about God. But it also means we need to equip our leaders to know how to answer those questions, right? That can be a challenge too. I think it's really important for us to be out loud with our faith in Jesus, to actually talk with our kids about things of faith, that faith doesn't just show up when we're in this building or with these people, that our faith gets enmeshed in all the parts of our life. One article that I read suggested maybe it would change our conversations with our young people if, instead of thinking we needed to instruct them in their faith, that we actually talk to them like our brothers and sisters in Christ, believing they have things to share with us also about God.
te ma bukan di luar kan fani action so ka ke manu na to ya kan au be di ju bu de kan dia wa na kan ya kan
As we have conversations about Jesus with our young people, we need to trust that God is at work. God is so big. He does not need us to stick up for him. We don't need to convince our kids that he is powerful. He can do that. So we need to be relational with them as we talk about Jesus in a regular conversation, not trying to persuade them that they need to follow this way. Relational, like in a friendship.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can, share a story with a young person about what God has done in your life. How are you different because you are a follower of Jesus? You can be honest about your own journey. Some days it's hard to be a follower. Some days it's easier. Let them know that you are in the process of becoming a follower of Jesus. You're not all done yet.
Being honest, demanding to share.
Sometimes, as a parent or an adult, it is easier to talk to someone else's young person about your faith than it is to talk to your own teenager. And so as the aunties and uncles, you can look around to see who you can have conversations with. It will take a village to raise up the children. You work together. In Philippians 1 verse 6, it says to remember, he who began a good work in you will continue at work to perfect you, and to know that in your young people God has planted seeds and he is continuing to grow them, and he will keep doing that.
Philippians verse 6, right?
1 verse 6, yeah.
1 to 6 กับหมู่สุประเทศนี้เรียนอาจจะมาเรียนได้เทียนชามาเรียนได้ถึงการสุ่มบูตินคันเจริญและการหาของเราประเทศนี้เหตุไทยเชื่อถึงจังอาจจะมีสงครามมาเรียนเขาแต่โมเดล
And most importantly, pray. Pray for your young people. God hears. I don't understand why we need to pray. God knows. He hears the ache in our hearts but somehow our prayers change things. And so remember to pray for your young people and their friends. Are there any questions? Okay. It might be this afternoon. This afternoon we're going to talk about stress in young people and about mental health. So maybe we'll stop for now and then we'll. Okay, I'm how's your second program? Is it going to be Q&A discussions among the parents, or is it something that you will be teaching us about more? I will do some teaching, and then you'll have some discussion, and then some questions. Okay. So what my uncle is requesting is that because we all the struggle is the same. When we have a discussion, it's basically we are talking as the same, struggle every family is facing. So they were like wanting like more perspective. Okay. The more you are different culture, so they want to know more about how you lead your family, and then your understanding and how you raise a family. So if you could share a lot more, so that they can adopt more time in their family life. So that's what they were requesting. I'll try. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Amani program today so we don't go to Pala to go to Chami Amani can so there are lots of them. To have Pasa Pandi, I guess. Okay. Okay. And then Thank you.
Les épaules fatiguées.
Sanna. Kes nagati güzel büyük netice.
Yeah,